Christmas really all about? The big day has come and gone. We may well have eaten too much and enjoyed giving and receiving lots of nice presents and seen family and friends this time of year. It's a fun time of festivity for many people. It's also a time when shops make a lot of money in the massed commercialism in the run-up to the event and in the sales afterward. But why? What's special about Christmas? Many people, in answer to this question, will say it's to remember the birth of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. But how many of us are remembering Jesus when we battle through the last-minute Christmas shopping, or are rushing around preparing the Christmas dinner,
or overindulging in food and in drink?
As Christadelphians, many of us enjoy the Christmas break with our families and friends. It's always good to be hospitable and to give and to receive. The Apostle Paul comments on this in Romans chapter 12 and verse 9. He says, "Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good. Be kindly affectioned one toward another with brotherly love, in honour preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, rejoicing in hope, patience and tribulation, continuing instant in prayer, distributing to the necessity of saints, given to hospitality." The dilemma for us, Christadelphians, is that the feast of Christmas is not in the Bible. Many aspects of the traditional Christmas celebrations do not come from the Bible either. The Bible does not tell us, for example, that Jesus was born on the 25th of December during the winter solstice. It doesn't tell us that there was snow on the ground in Bethlehem, that 3 kings visited Jesus at his birth. Some wise men did visit Jesus 2 years after his birth, and they brought 3 gifts, however. And of course, it definitely contains no record of Father Christmas or Santa. The Christmas tree, for example, comes from the ancient Germanic people, who tied fruit and attached candles to evergreen tree branches, in honour of their god, Woden. The Bible does not tell us to put up Christmas trees. In fact, this passage, which we're going to look at now, from Jeremiah, condemns the practice. Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 2.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers, that it move not. In fact, there are only 1 or 2 traditions that the Bible, God's inspired word, tell us that we should keep. The law of Moses has been fulfilled with the sacrifice of Jesus, so there is no further need for the sacrifice of the law, at least this side of the kingdom. Please see Isaiah 60 verse 7 and Zechariah 14:21 for more information. Baptism, though, full immersion in water, is given as a sign of commitment of the disciple of Christ, of the death of the old man of sin and the birth of the new man of Christ. Romans chapter 6 verse 4. The early Christians met to break bread and to share wine in remembrance of Jesus, as they were commanded. His birth, his life, his death, his resurrection, and his promised return, and they do this on the first day of the week. Acts 20 verse 7, Paul comments again and says, "And upon the first day of the week, when the disciples came together to break bread, Paul preached unto them." So, as Bible-believing Christians, what should we be doing? Jesus should be remembered every day, not just his birth or at just Christmas. As we try to follow in his footsteps, we need to keep this example before us as we await the establishment of God's kingdom upon this earth.
Again, let's end with Paul's comments in Romans chapter 14 and verse 5, reading from the ESV version.
"One person esteems one day as better than another, while another esteems all days alike. Each one should be fully convinced in his own mind. The one who observes the day observes it in honour of the Lord. The one who eats in honour of the Lord, since he gives thanks to God, while the other one who abstains in honour of the Lord and give thanks to God. For none of us lives to himself, and none of us dies to himself. For if we live in the Lord, and if we die in the Lord. So then, whether we live or whether we die, we are the Lord's. For to this end Christ died and lived again, that he might be Lord both of the dead and of the living."